cortex. This would be the what? Medulla, and out there, that first layer that we see is the zona glomerulosa. This is the fasciculata, and you'll see those nice long arcades, and then we come down to the reticularis. So this resembles a glomerulus. This has those arcades rather straight, so it's a fascicle, zona fasciculatus. And then the network, more or less, zona reticularis. Okay, so in that zona glomerulosa, what does that secrete? Aldosterone. And how about the fasciculata? Cortisol. Okay, and what is this organ? Well, what are those cells right there? Oxyphil cells, very good. And that would make these what? Chief cells or principal cells. So this organ is what? Parathyroid. Okay, how about this structure right there? What is that? Bronchiole. We're back to the lung again. And how about this structure that we see right here? Okay, so this is a bronchus. We have cartilage right there. And how about these things right here?
Lymphatic nodules.
These are Peyer's patches. And how about those cells?
Pannus
God,
cells.
you guys ought to be able to get that like that. I've told you before, that's my favorite cell.
Pannus cells.
And what is contained in those secretory granules? Well, the secretory granules do not contain lysosomes. They have what? Lysozyme. Okay, so there's cryptolibrecune. What is this layer we see right there?
Lamina propria.
Lamina propria, and this is muscularis mucosa. Okay, and that cluster of cells right there constitutes what? Meissner's plexus or the submucosal plexus. And this cluster of cells would be what? Carbox or the myenteric plexus. And that layer right out there is what? Serosa. So we have a layer of mesothelium out there. Okay, and this organ, what is this? Trachea. So we have a pseudostratified columnar epithelium. We have a lamina propria. We have a submucosa with submucosal glands. And then we have that cartilage. Now, if I want you to identify something like this, especially the trachea, you'll have the opportunity to move the slide and change magnifications. For a bronchus, you probably would not have that opportunity, but the magnification would be such that you could make the differentiation. Okay, so this is the trachea. There is a bronchus. We have these plates of cartilage. We have some smooth muscle, occasional submucosal glands, and a respiratory epithelium. Okay, another bronchus right there. We have parenchyma of the lungs, so we have a number of alveoli. A bronchiole. And this would be what? That one right here as well. Respiratory bronchiole. So it has the same structure as a bronchiole, except that it's kind of punctuated with an occasional alveolus. You see as this goes distally, you have more and more of those, and finally you come to an alveolar duct, and then structures called alveolar sacs, and then alveoli. And what is that cell right there?
Great alveolar cell.
Well, this is an alveolus, and so we have some secretory granules, so that makes this a type 2 pneumocyte. That's the nucleus of an endothelial cell. In fact, we don't even see a nucleus for a type 1 pneumocyte there. But right here, there's a nucleus of 1, and right there we have 2 more type 2 pneumocytes. And the only thing that we're missing, well, we have a portion of one right there. Oh, there's one right, yeah, no, we'll take this one. There's an alveolar macrophage down there. Okay, and we saw this one before. Bronchiole, respiratory bronchiole, alveolar duct. And that layer of cells right there, what is that? Parietal layer, Bowman's capsule. We have some proximal convoluted tubules, a distal tubule, we have a podocyte, and that's that. Okay, any questions? Okay, before you go, next semester, we start off with embryology of the head and the neck.